But when someone says, why is your mission to get the knowledge from the people who have it to the people who need it? I'm a little bit like that in that regard, because I think I saw my dad struggle his ass off, work his butt off, blue collar job, struggle, 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 good work ethic, work hard, honest, blah, 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 blah. And he stayed broke and, died broke. I asked myself, like, what's the difference between like my dad and these other dads that were rich and successful? And I realized they knew something my dad didn't know. That's the bottom line, right? They knew something, they had information that my dad didn't. And so I thought everyone should have the information needed to succeed. And what's crazy is there are people that possess it. So I just made it my mission to get the knowledge from the people who have it to the people who need it. So we can live in a world more successful, because if everyone in the world is more successful, technically I'm in a better place.
So would you say then that information is the secret to knowledge is power? So if you're not successful, it's lack of information. And is that it?
I believe. How come you don't make $300 million a year, Frank?
I would say there's a lot of reasons why, starting with I probably don't possess the information. I probably lack in some skill sets, some character traits, probably lack in the ability to.
You're going too far. That's insecurity. You already said the answer, because you don't know how. If you knew how, you'd be doing it. It wouldn't be, well, I figured out how, but I don't have the physical attributes in order to. No, none of that. At the end of the day, there's probably exceptions to the rule, but people don't succeed because they don't have the right information. Now, some people could argue, well, they don't take the right actions either. Listen, we can get into a big philosophical debate. All I'm saying is the reason most people aren't winning is because they don't know how. So there's people out there that know how to win. So our job is to get the knowledge from the people who have it to the people who want it and or need it. So those people can be elevated. Why do I want them elevated? Well, selfishly, because I think if everyone in the world was more successful, I would live in a more successful place, a more enriched environment. So all, tides raise all ships type of thing. I just want everyone to be more successful. And the only way to do that is to get them the right information. The right information is the key, though. Information in and of itself doesn't necessarily do it, but it's the right information. And then obviously the right action behind it.
Yeah, I think the key that you ended there with was the right information. I still want to I don't want to push back, but I want you to maybe go a little bit deeper if we can here, because okay, I have a background in.
I love it, by the way, when you push back. So feel free to push back.
All right, so I have a background in health and fitness, right? I think I mentioned that in kind of the pre-talk that we had here. So I competed as a bodybuilder for damn near a decade. Worked in the gym space environment, ran an online training company. People know how to get in shape. People know ultimately what it takes. You poll the average person walking down the street, how do you lose weight? Eat less calories, move more, physically train your body, sleep, hydration, all these little variables. They know the information, but they still are not producing the success. So in a case like that, it's not information. What is it that keeps the person from succeeding?
Well, in a case like that, it would not necessarily be information, but it's something that they're not. I'll give you an example. You're relating what you just said to the information on how to lose weight. Less calories, you lose weight. Duh, everybody knows that. But everybody doesn't know that they're worth more. Everybody doesn't know that, they need to develop the discipline and value themselves more. So that would be the information someone might, in order to execute. Because again, it's information that they're lacking. It may not be specifically to losing the weight. It might be something related to it. Like, dude, if you don't think you're worth losing weight, you're never going to go to the gym. You're never going to make the commitment. It's usually when the pain of being fat outweighs the pain of whatever else it is when we decide to lose weight. And that's when we decide to go to the gym and we make a life change. And what happens, 3 months later, 9 times out of 10, we start to get in better shape. We were like, man, I don't really need to do that every day. Look, I'm looking good. And next thing you know, I'm fat again. Well, why am I fat again? I already know that, don't eat the donut, but I still eat the donut. Why do I eat the donut? I know I'm not supposed to eat the donut, but I eat the donut. Why is that? Okay, I'm lacking some information, whatever information that is. And in reality, you could also say I'm lacking value for myself. True. But how do I number one, acknowledge that? And number two, how do I correct that? How do I build self-worth so I can build net worth?